What is safeguarding? In this video, we'll go through what safeguarding is, why it's so important, and your legal responsibilities as a nursery worker or childcare professional. But first, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, Open Nursery, with myself, Kurt Lianya, where I teach you to open, run, and grow your own childcare business. If this is your first time here, get acquainted. I post regular videos helping you in your childcare career, from helping you to get to grips with the EYFS to finding out the cost involved with opening a nursery. So if you work in childcare or have ever had a dream of owning your own nursery, then make sure you subscribe. But what is safeguarding? Safeguarding essentially means protecting children from abuse and maltreatment, preventing harm to children's health or development, ensuring children grow up with the provision of effective and safe care, and taking action to enable all children and young people to have the best possible outcomes. Every child has the right to flourish in a safe environment away from harm and abuse. As educational professionals, whether that be nursery workers, childminders, nannies or others, our aim must be to strive to keep our children safe and healthy. And every nursery or setting should have policies in place to support all staff to do this. Though with that in mind, I do have some policy procedures around safeguarding available on the website opennursery.co.uk, which I will link to in the description. Setting up and following good policies and procedures means children are safe from adults and other children that might pose a risk. Child protection also forms a key part of the safeguarding process. It focuses on protecting individual children identified as suffering or likely to suffer significant harm. This includes child protection procedures, which details how to respond to concerns about a child. Children thrive in safe and secure environments where they are able to confidently express themselves. Safeguarding policies and procedures in the EYFS are the most reliable way to ensure that children remain safe and secure. If you work in an earlier setting, it is incredibly important that you comply with the safeguarding measures to ensure the well-being of children within your setting. In fact, the Working Together to Safeguard Children document, which I will link in the description, is a statutory document that early professionals are required to read and understand. So if you haven't read this document already, make sure you do. Safeguarding forms a fundamental part of the EYFS. Section 3 of the Earliest Foundation Stage Statutory Framework states that children learn best when they are healthy, safe and secure, their individual needs are met, and they have a positive relationship with adults that are caring for them. The EYFS Statutory Framework also introduces 4 overarching principles. This states that children learn and develop best in an enabling environment, that children are unique, learn constantly, and can become resilient, confident, capable and self-assured. That children learn and develop best in different ways and at different rates, and that children learn strength and development from positive relationships. The earliest foundation stage safeguarding and welfare requirements state providers must be alert to any issues for concern in a child's life, at home or elsewhere. And again, providers must have and implement policies and procedures to safeguard children. As well as being a statutory requirement, parents will want to know that their childcare provider provides a safe learning environment where their child will thrive. There are 3 key principles of safeguarding that you should be aware of. These principles underpin safeguarding to ensure the happiness and well-being of the children. And these are that a child's needs should always be put first. Children should be offered help and support as early as possible before things escalate, and that safeguarding is everybody's responsibility. Everyone working in a setting should act timely and in a coordinated manner to respond to any concerns about the welfare of a child. So how do you protect children in your care? Everyone who works in childcare needs to understand how to recognize the signs and symptoms that could indicate a child is being abused, and also be able to respond and make child protection referrals. The government guidance in the documents Working Together to Safeguard Children and What to Do if you're worried a child is being abused provides a national framework for all agencies working with children to join in partnership to safeguard our children effectively. All providers need to consider this guidance and implement robust safeguarding policies and procedures for their setting. These procedures need to outline how to respond and record concerns about children and vulnerable adults. Again, both of these documents I will link in the description. All providers should ensure that their policies align with the safeguarding policies of their local Safeguarding Children's Board. Some authorities work with you to create your own policies or update the ones you already have. As an owner or manager of your nursery or childcare setting, you need to make sure that all staff and volunteers not only understand the safeguarding policies that we've put in place, but also know how to implement them too. Also, under the EYFS, each setting is required to have a designated person who is to take the lead with regards to safeguarding and handling any safeguarding issues for your setting. This designated person must be trained in child protection, though all childcare professionals need to be trained with regards to safeguarding so that they understand the safeguarding policy and procedures and have up-to-date knowledge with the latest safeguarding issues. As someone who works in a setting, whether you're a practitioner or volunteer, you need to be alert to some of the signs and symptoms of abuse. You need to know how to report safeguarding issues and how to escalate any concerns if necessary. It is your responsibility to ensure that concerns are raised and responded to appropriately. Do not be afraid to take things further if you are not satisfied with the outcome of your safeguarding concern. For example, if you raise a concern with your nursery to your safeguarding lead and you feel they are not handling it appropriately, you should then take it to your nursery manager or to your local Safeguarding Children's Board or partner. Though please note that if you have any immediate concerns that a child may not be safe, or you have any immediate welfare concerns about a child, then this matter will need to be handled by the police. Promoting health and well-being and regular risk assessments also play an important role in safeguarding children, as does safer recruitment. Safer recruitment simply refers to a set of practices to help make sure that staff and volunteers are suitable to work with children and young people. Safer recruitment plays a vital part in creating a safe and positive environment and ties in with making a commitment to keeping children safe from harm. There are two key aspects of the safer recruitment process. Firstly, you should ensure that all staff and volunteers have an up-to-date DBS. The DBS, also known as Disclosure Barring Service, was created to help prevent unsuitable people from working with vulnerable people like children. It is a measure that was put in place to ensure that any person working with children or volunteering with children has no record of previous harm or risk towards them. So it's important to note that your DBS does not check records from abroad. So if you're hiring candidates who have lived abroad, you should be doing extra checks on them to ensure that they are suitable to work with children. As well as each member of staff needing a DBS, all staff should have 2 substantive references that gives information showing that the candidate is not a safeguarding risk. This safer recruitment process should be highlighted in your safeguarding policy, or you might have a separate safer recruitment policy and procedure. But that's safeguarding in a nutshell. It involves keeping our children safe from abuse and maltreatment, and is one of our most important roles as childcare professionals. If you have any questions about safeguarding, do drop them in the comments. And as mentioned, creating policy procedures around safeguarding is imperative. You have to do it. If you want a robust safeguarding policy and procedure template, then check out the link in the description where you can download one for your nursery or other childcare setting. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button. YouTube thinks you'll find this video useful, so do check it out. And if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe. I post regular videos all around the topic of childcare. So I'll see you on the next video. God bless.